There's Mega Man. There's 10 games on that CD video game for the PlayStation 2. See, PlayStation 2. There's Xenophobe for the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. There's Metroid Prime for the GameCube. And there's Atari 2600 games, Phoenix, Yars' Revenge, Combat, Video Olympics, Street Racer, Surround, Centipede, Miss Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Superman, and Juggling, bowling. Oh, today is 7/28/2015, and it's about 5:40 p.m. I wanted to show you my perfume. There's my perfume from Paris. Let's see, I'll get my glasses on. It's mad something. It's mad. It's Mad Mausoleo. Mad Mausoleo. That's my perfume from Paris. Squirts, like I haven't had my squirts of cum in my anal. I haven't had my squirts of cum in my anal, so and I haven't had my squirts of perfume either. So right now I'm going to do some squirts of perfume. See? There, and there, and maybe a little on my pink pouch purse. That's Mad Mausoleum perfume from Paris. Man, I smell good now. The guy with the fireworks upstairs. But let's see. Okay. My pink pouch purse. See? It unsnaps, and then I got a pouch right there. And I zip it for the purse. See? Nice purse. I like all this stuff. And this is a shoulder purse because of this. But, and the snap shut, the zip shut, and snap shut. It zips shut and snap shut. My shoulder purse, my pink pouch purse. That's a pink pouch purse. Shoulder purse. A shoulder pink pouch purse. And then I got my see-through. See, it's a see-through. It's a see-through blouse. It's the top here, and then pearl buttons, and it's a nice blouse. I like it. Anyway, I got. Oh, you know what else I always say? I always say my video game site name is Funkadelic Video Game Technology. Free to join, free to play, free to get paid.com. And I always say, vote for the Big D, vote for Donald Trump. He's a genius. We need a genius in presidency. That's the only one that's going to be able to get us out of our situation with $18 trillion in debt. It's going to take a genius. And Donald Trump is the only genius running. There's another genius alive, and his name is Bill Gates. But Bill Gates ain't going to choke down. He ain't gonna choke down from billions of dollars to become president. Why would he waste his time? Bill Gates? Why would Bill Gates waste his time? I mean, Bill Gates is a genius. He's the only other genius I know. Now, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, he's on the smart side, but I don't think he's a genius. And he's got great catchphrases like, "I'll be back," and "You're a girly man," and "Hasta la vista, baby." That's "Hasta la vista, baby." That's Arnold Schwarzenegger, which would make a hell of to make the best or a hell of a vice president. But anyway, he'd make the best president. He'd make the best vice president ever, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the Big D, Donald Trump. Vote for the Big D. Vote for Donald Trump. He's a genius, and he'd make the best president ever of the United States of America. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger would make the best vice president. Since he can't become president because of the stupid ass law of you have to be born here, and the only reason we had that is because the British are coming. The British are coming. The British are coming. You know, and once we founded the United States and had the Constitution, we put that in the law that you have to be born in the United States so a Britishman couldn't run. But that right there don't even make any sense. That don't make any sense because we vote our presidents in. If we the people vote a Britisher in and we know he's British, then that's on us. We're stupid and we don't know what we're doing. We ought to be fired from being a United States citizen. But so that constitutional law where you have to be born here is silly. It's always been silly. As soon as they wrote it in, it's always been silly because we vote our presidents in, and we always have. So that law makes no sense. So why even have it? Let's let Arnold Schwarzenegger run for president. Let's let him go for vice president first, because he's already been a governor of a major state, like the richest state in the Union, California. He was the governor, the governor. But it's time to practice coordinate myself, since I don't know how to juggle yet. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get some air there. Get some air. Here's my handball balls. They're just tennis balls without the fuzz. Handball balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and done deal 10. And do you like? I want to know if you like my shirt or blouse out like this or tied. And I'll tie it next time so you can see, the difference between this look with it untied. Should tuck it in probably. I'll tuck it in so you can, should tuck it in. So how do you like it? Do you like it tucked in? You like my blouse tucked in? Or do you like it like this? Or do you like it tied? Tied. Dink. Leave it in the comments if you're a guy, or if you're a girl. Leave in the comments, how you like my blouse or t-shirt or shirt, blouse or shirt or whatever you want to call it. But you know what? So I always say, same time, same channel, same bat time, same bat channel. See you then. There's Megman, the anniversary collection. It has 10 different games on it. Get it. It's for the PlayStation 2. I wouldn't live without it if I had a PlayStation 2. But there's Xenophone for the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. And there's Metroid Prime for the GameCube. Right here's Atari 2600 games. Phoenix, Yars' Revenge, Combat, Video Olympics, Street Racer, Surround, Centipede, Miss Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Superman, and Kegling. That's the Latin word for bowling, bowling, bowling. And today is 7/28/2015 at about 7:20, about 20 after 7. Okay. Oh shit. I have my clutch, my yellow clutch purse. That's a shoulder bag, shoulder purse or shoulder bag, whatever you want to call it. And I tied my shirt. Got my skirt, tied my shirt, and got my skirt. And how do you like it? How do you like it? Do you like my blouse? Do you like this blouse, the sheer blouse, so you can see through it? See? It's got sheer at the top. See how sheer that is? And it's got pearl buttons. And last time I had it untied, and it's down there. So do you like it tucked in? Do you like it out like I had it, or do you like it next time I think I'll untie it and then tuck it in the skirt. But so now I've done it untucked where it was oh, here, let me be dignified. Be dignified. There, I'm dignified. I zipped it up XYZ, so now I'm dignified. But last time it was just hanging out, and this blouse was just hanging out. This time it's tied. Okay, next time I'm going to have it tucked in. And I got 2 bracelets on each, because this is the second time I did this today. Just like it was the second time I did the 90 push-ups. I just got done doing 90 push-ups. I just got done doing 90 push-ups over there. What you done today? Huh? What have you done today? Have you got something like this? Like this? Or like that? Or oh well. And you know what I say, my video game site name is Funkadelic Video Game Technology. Free to join, free to play, free to get paid.com. I always say vote for the Big D, vote for the genius, because you ask him about anything. You ask Donald Trump about anything, and he's very knowledgeable about everything. He'll know a lot about that subject. He's a genius. So vote for the genius. Vote for Donald Trump. Vote for the Big D. Vote for Donald Trump for 2016 presidency. He's a genius. And like I said before, there's only one other genius I know of, and that's Bill Gates. And Bill Gates ain't gonna go. He ain't gonna choke down the presidency. Shit, he's a multi-billionaire. Bill Gates, and so is Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is willing to choke down to presidency. The reason I say that is the president only makes $350,000 a year, and then until death do them part. But he makes $350,000 a year. Big woo. $360,000. Oh, he's making millions of dollars, billions of dollars. Donald Trump is. He's choking down to become president. It's not the money at all. It's the politics, man. And like he says, you're stupid. You don't know what you're doing, and you should be fired. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I love all 3 of those Donald Trump statements, especially when it comes to Chris Christie. Man, he's like the dorkiest person. He's like the dumbest, dorkiest person I know is Chris Christie. He is. Listen to what he has to say. Just listen to him. He's full of shit, and especially when he talks about pot or marijuana. He's talking about something you don't even know nothing about. He knows nothing about it. He knows nothing about pot or marijuana, and he can't prove a thing. He can't prove one single thing that he says about it, if he says anything bad about it. Can't prove even one single thing. He goes by what the government brainwashed him back in the 50s, 60s when he was a kid. You know, he's going by what the government told him. And the government has not even one shred of evidence what they told you. Not even one shred of evidence. And it isn't even apparent on it isn't even on the internet. And the internet's been around for, 25 years. I mean, it was around before that, but that was all government. That was all government ran before 1990. I think from 1985 to 1990, it was all government ran, and that's all who was on the internet. It wasn't the internet then. It was a communication device for the government. So people in Washington could talk to people in New York, just by the flip of a switch, and people in Maine can talk to people in Texas or California or Nevada. All the government could do, they could all talk to each other through the government. It's like internet, but it's not the internet. But it was the government communication device. That's what was the internet, and the internet became public just before the 1990s. Just like that's when the iPhone was developed. The internet and the iPhone became about the same time, just before it was in the late 1989. I mean, the late 1980s is when the iPhone and the internet evolved. From as far as the internet goes, from the government, all government internet. Nobody else could. The public couldn't join. You couldn't access that. Only all government. So it's the government device. The government. It wasn't the internet. And then when it became the internet, where public people like me and you can get on the internet, then it was the internet. And the internet and the iPhone go hand in hand. They're about around the same time. And also before the internet, they had what's called a BB system, the bulletin board system. That means that certain computers would have a dial-up number, and you dial the number, and they have a certain amount of modems. They'd have a certain amount of modems to that computer, like 20 or 30 or 50 or 100. And you dial up that number, and as long as it had a modem free, you could get on their BBS, the bulletin board system, and be part of whoever's on that system, 40 or 50 people, or whoever's online at the time. That's where the internet really started becoming the internet. But it wasn't the internet yet. It was a bulletin board system, and then after that, they got the this bulletin board system would dial up to that bulletin board system, and this bulletin board system would dial up to that one, and we'd have a bunch of computers and people, like 100 people here, 50 people there, 35 people there, and we're all able to communicate. And that's how it kind of developed, the internet. And then it was the internet, where we don't need a bulletin board system. We just everybody communicates. It's called the internet superhighway. It's called the superhighway, the web, the internet. The World Wide Web or the internet. That's my talk to the monitor again. See, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's it for my hot pink marshmallows. And like I said, I got my yellow clutch purse. It's a shoulder bag or purse or whatever you want to call it. But in 1977, when I graduated, and then when I went to college, Kalamazoo Valley Community College in Oshimo, I went there for 2 years, something like that. I think 79 was my 77, 78, 79, yeah. So I think about 2.5 years I went to college, Kalamazoo Valley, and 79 was my last time I went there. And even in 79, you had to call up to a mainframe, you know, like in a big building that has a bunch of electronical shit. That was the computer you used, and that was just all that really did was a big, you know, calculator, like. And shit, it wasn't until the late 1980s that we had internet. Even then it was rough, but that's why I say the internet really didn't become about until 1990. And even then we paid like by the hour, and then by the day, and then by the week, and then by the month, and then now it's by the month all the time, just like you do cable TV. But anyway, but it wasn't until the late 1980s that the internet and the iPhone was born. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Wasn't until the late 80s. I mean, we're talking late 80s. You know, 80. I'd say 88, 89. And that's also when the PC developed. It started to become available, you know, at a price people could afford. And then after the 1990s, then laptops and stuff became. But and then now laptops can do the same thing as a desktop. So a desktop is really obsolete, because why would you want to, you know, have a stationary thing where you can't take it with you, you know? And I can take a laptop with me anywhere, you know, and do everything that you can with your desktop. My laptop can do everything your desktop can do, and I can take it with me anywhere. I can go down the road in the car using the internet, and you can't with your desktop. That's stationary. Anyway, you know, I say, same time, same channel, same bat time, same bat channel. See that? There's Mega Man. That anniversary collection. It has 10 Mega Man games on it. PlayStation 2. There's Xenophobe for the NES or Nintendo Entertainment System, and there's Metroid Prime for the GameCube. And here is Atari 2600 games: Phoenix, Yard's Revenge, Combat, Rio Olympics, Street Racer, Surround, Centipede, Miss Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Superman, and kegling, bowling. The Latin word for bowling is kegling. I learned it on the Flintstones. That's where I learned it, and that's the only word I know of. That's the only word I know of it. But that's the only word I know in Latin. See, I had a brain part. Kegling is the only word I know of Latin, and that's the Latin word for bowling, 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 bowling. And today is 7/28, 2015, and what is it? Around 9 o'clock. Yeah. I guess you won't hear the thermometer or my talking thermometer because it stops at 8 o'clock. So yeah, it's 9 something, like 20 minutes after 9, I think, p.m. And there's my perfume I wear. Is from Paris, and it's Mad Mausolea. Mad Mausolea from Paris. Hello fans. Hello my YouTube fans. Hello. Oh, what I always say is, My video game site name is Funkadelic Video Game Technology, free to join, free to play, free to get paid.com. I always say, vote for the genius, vote for Big D, vote for Donald Trump. Donald Trump will make the best president ever in the history of the United States government. Donald Trump will make the best president ever. Mark my words. Shit, I was campaigning 2 or 3 months before he even said he was going to run. Just check my videos farther back. You see, I was campaigning for at least 2 months before he even started running. I was wondering when he was going to run. I thought it was going to be in July, but he started in June. But that made my day when I saw him on TV saying, "I am going to run for president." Talking about the Mexican border. She's right. He's 100% right. There's ever been a controversy there. Oh, you should give up your president. You shouldn't try to go be president because you said that thing. Why do you think he said those things? Donald thinks it out. And Donald can prove every word he says, he can prove. How many candidates can do that? No one. Not one president out of the 21 presidential candidates can prove everything they say is correct. This guy is better than Lincoln. This guy's more honest than Lincoln was. No joke. This is the new Lincoln in the new times. Donald Trump. The Big D, Donald Trump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He'll correct our economy. 18 trillion, oh come on, $18 trillion the United States is in debt? Come on. We never make no good deals, just like Donald Trump says. He can prove it. He goes back through history. $18 trillion, how many countries are $18 trillion in debt? None. Look at Greece, they're $1.75 trillion in debt and they're filing bankruptcy. we're 10 times as much. 10 times, come on. What the fuck? Wake up, American people. Wake up, we the people. Wake up. Christ, just look at our deficit. We can't take another Clinton. We can't take another Bush. We can't take people like that don't know what they're doing. They're stupid and they don't know what they're doing. And they should be fired. Like Chris Christie, he should be fired. He shouldn't even be able to be governor of New Jersey. I don't know how in the hell he got in office. And New Jersey people must be goofy in the head. He's like the most ridiculous person I've seen. It's Chris Christie. He's like the dumbest and most brainwashed person I've ever seen run for president, run for any office. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chris Christie is like the biggest dork I've ever seen run for any office. And that's a fact. He shouldn't even be allowed to be governor. Shit. Him a leader? Oh, brother. He's so fucking brainwashed. It's not even funny. And he says stuff like about marijuana. You know how evil it is and stuff. He can't even prove one word he says. He can't even prove one word. One word he says, he can't even prove it. And he's such a backbone about it. No waiver whatsoever of the backbone. He's straight backbone. Of something he don't even know anything about. Why? I can prove him wrong every day, and I'm a nobody. I can prove him wrong just by going on the internet on a medical website and prove Chris Christie definitely wrong without any question. And he's so, oh, I'm so against marijuana. I mean, I've never smoked it from, you know, I've never smoked it ever. I was brainwashed like he was back in the 60s, and him 50s probably. But I was brainwashed just like him. But I got an open mind. I always have an open mind. I never close my mind. Chris Christie's mind is closed. It's closed. And I can prove him wrong. And I'm a nobody. I can prove him wrong just by going on a medical website on the internet. I can prove Chris Christie wrong on every word he says about marijuana. Every word. And yet, oh, we can't use that. Even though it cures epileptic seizures. It doesn't cure it, but it helps it a lot. You know, like them kids that go, you know, hundreds of seizures a day to no seizures, you know, maybe once a month. You know why? Because Chris Christie's brain is closed. It's a closed book. I'm like Bruce Lee, and I'm like David Carradine. My mind is open and has blank pages for the next day, for new opportunities. Chris Christie's closed book. He's done. Miles just throw the dirt over him because he's dead. He's dead in the head. He's a meathead. He's a meathead, just like Archie Bunker used to call him Michael Stivic, a meathead. That's what Chris Christie is. He's a meathead. He's dead from the neck up. All we're waiting for him is to quit breathing so we can throw some dirt on him. And that's a fact. I can prove him wrong. It's guaranteed I can prove him wrong about pot or weed. I've never smoked pot in my life, and I don't want to. I don't believe in it. You know, if I become sick, I would have an open mind, though, where Chris Christie would die first. He would die first because he has a closed mind. He's dead from the neck up. He's a meathead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I say, same time, same channel. Same bat time, same bat channel. See that? And keep an open mind. Leave one of your pages in your mind blank for the next day. And don't be brainwashed like Chris Christie is and has been for decades from the U.S. government that says stuff that they can't even back, they can't even prove, and they don't want to prove, because if we do a lot of study on marijuana, it's going to prove to be a miracle drug because of CBD in it, not because of THC in it, but because of CBD in it. And the U.S. government don't want that. They don't want that because the government wants the drug business. They want to be able to sell you, 10 or 15 drugs that might keep you alive and tell you, OD on all those drugs, or die from them, or die from the disease that it doesn't cure and it doesn't help. Where the hemp plant, CBD, very well possibly could, and the government don't want you to find that out. They want that a hidden secret, because they don't want you to be able to grow something natural and be able to take it for damn near anything you got. They don't want that. Shit, that they'd lose their multi-billion-dollar business a year if they did that. If you found out, that's why it's so hard for to get sponsored by the U.S. government to study marijuana. See, that's why. It's not because it's a deadly drug, because it's been proven, and I can prove it just by going on medical sites on the internet. I can prove it. I can prove Chris Christie wrong. He's wrong. Everything when he opens his big mouth, starts yapping, and that's all it is. It's just yapping. He can't prove a damn thing. He can't. The government don't want you to be able to prove a thing, because they're going to find out that the CBD in marijuana is going to be the miracle drug that you can grow at your house, and if you come down with something, you're going to be able to take the CBD. You don't have to go to the drug field where it's a multi-billion-dollar business, and the FDA and multi-billion-dollar business. You won't have to do it. You can grow it right at home. Cure yourself. You can cure yourself. Where there's like, I don't know what the statistics are, but with the drugs that the doctors subscribe because of the FDA and because of what the drug is made for, or supposed to be made for, doesn't hardly do a damn thing for you. Where this miracle drug, CBD in the marijuana or pot, will help you out. And the government don't want you to know that. That's why that anytime you see it on Yahoo News or any type of news or on the internet, it's very, very, very hard to get sponsored by the United States government to study marijuana. And just think, you know, it's been hundreds of years and we still don't have a study proving anything or disproving anything. That's why Chris Christie's wrong. And I can prove it by the internet. Or the library. I can prove it by the library too if you don't believe in the internet. Let's go to the library, bud. I'll prove you wrong. Because you have no statistics whatsoever on what you're saying. None. You're not even worth wasting my breath on. You know, I say, same time, same channel. Same bad time, same bad channel. See that?